my God, hi. Today I'm going to do the Dove Cameron makeup look from, wait, hold on a second. I just like really need to fix these lips. I'm gonna do the Dove Cameron makeup look from her boyfriend video. Someone requested this and oh my God, it's so dry in here and I've been talking so much. Someone requested this in my comments and I had never seen the look, but I've been wanting to do a Dove Cameron makeup look for a really long time. So I was like, might as well. I'll be honest with you, I watched the video and I took so many screenshots. It's so dark. It's so dark. And it's really hard to see the details, but we're gonna do our best, man, because it looks so pretty. I just gotta turn I guess turn this stuff up. Got some really unflattering screenshots of this girl. Okay, let's just get right into it. Oh my God. I'm gonna zoom you in. So I tried baking underneath my eyes and I also set with my Urban Decay eye primer, and this area right here got really like nasty looking. So just like, sorry you have to look at that, basically is what I wanna say. Yeah, I already primed my eyelids with my Urban Decay original priming potion. So that's what we're gonna use since it's already on my face. For this look, I'm going to be using the ColourPop Stone Cold Fox palette because I love it. Look at all these colors. Look at all these cool tone neutrals. Oh God, I love it so much. It's because ColourPop comes out with so many palettes, especially neutral palettes all the time. This one has a special place in my heart though. Is Dove Cameron the one who kind of sounds like a Billie Eilish sound-alike? Is that rude to say? So she has two separate looks. Ugh. Two separate looks. One is, oh my God, just stop knocking things off of your fucking desk. Two separate eye looks. One is just the liner, and then I think some shimmer on the lid, and then one is with these little jewels, which is gonna be fun. I think they're black. It's really difficult to tell, again, from the lighting in the video. I have some colorful jewels that are dark that we're gonna use. So the first thing that I'm gonna do for these eyes is line my waterline and upper waterline. My waterline and my upper waterline. I'm gonna use the Slick Waterline eye pencil. This is from Melt Cosmetics in Black Onyx. Oh, it's so tickly. Now, Dove and I, I look terrible. Dove and I, very, very different faces. Once again, under eyes, completely different, okay? So she has like kind of it's pretty tight here, and then she has like a very simple kind of like a gray, cool toned gray that is gently buffed underneath that. I have these deep, see these lines that got all crepey. I'm going to use a contour shade to push that area back in space a little bit. I'm going to do a little bit of defining to my eye. So right now I'm tailoring this to my eye, okay? So I'm picking up my contour color from my Etude palette. I'm just gonna keep it light, but I'm gonna push this area back a little bit, and it'll give me a little something to blend that cool toned gray into. So if you have nice flat under eyes, just skip this step completely. But if you think that this will look more flattering on you, then it's something to consider. Okay, and then I'm going to use that same shade and brush, and I'm just going to do the tiniest amount of that above my crease, which again is not necessary, but it's kind of like contouring for your eye. We're going to be putting an eyeliner here. So I'm going just above where the fold begins and then out. I'm going to kind of use this as my guide for when we put down that eyeliner. And it's just going to give my eye a little bit more shape. But this is not a necessary step. So if you want to skip it and go straight into the eyeliner, feel free to just fast forward through this part. Okay, now I'm gonna go back in with that, hello? Now I'm gonna go back in with that Melt liner And I'm just going to place this in the outer part of my eye right here into this chunky little line. And then I'm going to go in with my then I'm going to go in with my E06 brush from my Sigma set. I'm going to put that tight against the lash line, and then I'm going to drag out straight. How far does it go? Hello, wake up. Pretty far. She has it dragged out pretty far. So straight from the outer corner of my eye. Just going to drag this out. I'm going to go back in. I'm just going to pick up with that brush, and I'm just going to pat this against my lash line since we already went into like the upper tight line or whatever. These melt pencils are really great. They set, but they do give you a little bit of time to blend. Is this the best brush in the entire world or what? For this kind of thing. Hello? Same deal. Picking up a little bit. Pressing it against my lashes. I'm gonna switch. Sigma switch. My E06. And then speaking of Sigma, I'm gonna go into their Wicked Gel Eyeliner. Just a black gel liner. I'm going to use the cap to take off any excess. And I'm going to build this up a little bit more. And then I'm going to use that brush and that liner to extend my inner corner. Now Dove's eyes are much more far apart than mine. Mine are like pretty close together compared to hers. So she really like takes it in pretty far. Do this for your eye. So since mine are pretty close together, usually I would not take it in super far because it kind of just draws my eyes in even closer, makes them look even more close set, which I don't love. If you have pretty close set eyes, I would avoid taking this line in too far. If you have wide set eyes, then like go in, like do it as much as you want. Just gonna get this little bit that fell down. So I'm going to do it long specifically for this look, but I might not do it as long as hers, because hers is like out pretty far. Like it just doesn't really work well for my anatomy. Goes like, once again, straight. And then just connecting to the tear duct. Like if I make this too long, then I'm basically just going like along the side of my nose. I just don't like that, you know? Like it just makes my eyes look like so close together. See? It looks so different than hers. It's fine though. Now I'm going to pick up my small tapered blending brush, my E45, which is also from my Sigma set, and I'm gonna pick up a cool toned gray shade. It's so hard to see what the hell is going on her eyes. I'm gonna mix these two. I'm gonna mix these two colors from the Stone Cold Fox palette. This is a silver metallic, and obviously like more of a gunmetal gray. And I'm going to place this just above that eyeliner on my upper lid, taking it in and out. So just focusing it like above my eye line, and then I'm going to use this brush to just kind of buff it out and up. Just diffuse that color. gonna go in with my Rephr 01 brush to buff that out towards the top. And then I'm gonna use that same Sigma brush. I'm just gonna focus those colors. I'm just gonna mix them the same way I did. I'm just gonna focus it on the tip of the brush. And I'm gonna run that along my lower lash line, just underneath that eyeliner. Now, since I can't tell, it's very hard because the light changes quite a bit. Sometimes it looks like she's wearing a really cool gray. Sometimes it looks like she's wearing like a little bit of a gold. I'm gonna grab Champagne from the Get Stoned palette. This color, wait. I'm gonna tap between Old Money and Champagne from the Get Stoned palette. Can you see? Focus on those two. With my ring finger, I'm just gonna tap between them. And then right in the center of the lid, I'm just gonna pat. And bring it up a little bit. Now for that top line that's happening, I am going to switch products really quick. I'm going to use a little bit of Inglot Duraline into my Sigma gel eyeliner. And then I have this brush from, oh shit, who's this from? Wow, I have no idea. Gavissi? Gavissi? Beauty? I don't know. It's just like a really long, it's a really long liner brush. This, see how long? Is this gonna be good? Okay, I just drew this and I don't know, my camera just stopped filming, so that's really annoying. But I'm using the Gavissi GV04 brush. I'm drawing this situation. We're gonna clean it up, don't worry, but this is the shape that I want. And I mix a little bit of Inglot Duraline in with my Sigma gel, whatever. So now the trick is trying to get it as even as possible. Okay. Oh God. My nose just gets in the way so much. It's not perfect, but it's not terrible. I'm gonna switch to the Suva 26 brush just to even it, using that same liner. And then I'm just going to build up the liner that we put down first. I'm going to clean off my EO6 brush with a little bit of Lancome eye makeup remover. And now that that's clean, I'm going to use that to just clean up some of these little areas. This kind of eyeliner is not a strong suit of mine at all. I tend to avoid it mostly because like I have such, I don't have like particularly smooth, soft skin, despite what you might think, especially around my eyes. It's pretty textured, got like a lot of pebbling. It just makes that this kind of look very difficult for me. So, you know, I think we'll get there, but it's not easy. Take your time with it. I'm just basically going in, and it's probably really hard to see because I have to get so close, but I'm basically going in with a clean EO6 brush and just kind of like gently removing any little areas that are sticking out. Try and get it as... YSL, why would you do that to me? Trying to get it as smooth as I can. Okay, so this is the finished eye look without, obviously we don't have mascara and all of that stuff on, but without the jewels, because she has this look done first, where it's just the eyeliner, and then the makeup look seems to kind of like evolve throughout the video. So now we're gonna apply the jewels. So for the jewels, I'm gonna use these by Get Stoned. Are these called turn heads? I'm always confused about the naming, to be completely honest with you. I just bought these because I love their jewels. Meg's just fucking kills it. Oh, Acid Trip is the color, I think. And I don't know how well you guys can see, but they're dark. They're kind of a dark, like chrome, duochrome situation. But they've got like pink and yellow and green, but they have like a darker base to them. So that's what we're gonna use, because it looks like she's just got like dark jewels, like black maybe, but I don't have that, so we're improvising. I just need some Duo lash glue. I'm just gonna use the Duo brush on lash glue. And and they're all really tiny too. Like maybe there's some bigger ones like over in this area. But I'm mostly gonna use sizes 2 and 3. These two right here, because they're pretty small. And I'm using my Get Stoned applicator. I guess I'll start with this up here. I'm just gonna use 3 for that. Just gonna spot a section of the liner and just start popping them on. Because they basically just go in a line along the liner. How far out do these go? It's hard to see. Ooh, this is gonna look so pretty when it's done. But it's time consuming for sure. Oh, look at how pretty that is. It looks so pretty. Oh my God, I'm so happy, okay. Damn, dude, this is really kind of time consuming. I'm gonna speed through the rest of this line, but look at how pretty that is. Oh my God. Look how cool that is. That's so cool looking. I love it. All right, let's do this part now. Actually, let's do the inner part first. It's kind of hard to see where things like start and finish. But I'm sticking with the tiny ones. Definitely that just stuck that like all up in my eyeball. I'll start with the small ones on the outer, very outer part of the wing so that I'm not accidentally mixing all of these. Then we'll fill in gaps with slightly larger ones closer in. So I'm spacing them in the very outer part so that they look like they're kind of like dissipating and it's getting thinner. That's the theory anyway. Then I'm gonna cluster them a little closer together. Okay, so that's it for the tiny little guys. God, that looks so dope. Put these away before I lose them all. It's difficult, again, to tell. This is all very ethereal. All the images are very ethereal looking. Can't really see what the hell I'm looking at. But I'm gonna go into 1 and 2, I think. These sizes, I'm gonna go into 1 and 2 and just go a little closer. Maybe I'll just do 2. Ooh, that looks so dope. Does it come down? Kind of comes down, but I kind of like that it's higher up. I'm gonna keep it higher up. All right, I'm gonna curl my lashes with my rougher lash curler and apply the Hourglass Caution Mascara. And then it looks like she has just like the tiniest bit of lash extension happening on the very outer corner of her eye. And since my eyes are being very much drawn inward, I want to kind of accentuate that cat eye. So I'm going to add a couple little extensions. So for that, I'm going to use the Ardell Duralash individuals. I'm going to use long and medium. Don't know if you saw any of that because I had to be like all up in my mirror, but. All right, guys, here's the finished eye look with lashes and everything. All right, guys, this is the finished makeup look. I love it so much. I was unaware of this makeup look. I didn't know that it was out there, and now I'm obsessed, and I wish that I had anywhere to go. I don't have a single damn place to go right now, okay? And I love this. I'm just gonna be walking around my apartment looking fabulous. I'm obsessed. I love it, I love it, I love it. It does look so different on me than it does on her because our faces are so different. But damn, dude. Damn. Thank you to whoever suggested that because I am obsessed. I had so much fun doing that. Like the jewels, are you kidding me? Stop it. Oh my God. All right, I have the perfect question to answer for this video. This is kind of long, but Lizzie says, I was wondering if you could address the 2 different eyeshadow application theories to speak of in one of your videos, which like if we feel like this needs to be more in depth, then I will. To explain, you have Nikki Tutorials or Rose and Ben Beauty. I know Nikki Tutorials. I know Rose and Ben, but I don't know if I've seen her tutorials. Way of applying eyeshadow versus the Jaclyn Hill version. So a sticky base versus a powder base. Dark to light versus light to dark. Stamping on the color versus buffing in the color. I've been consuming so many different tips and methods over the last decade that now I found myself at a standstill and I don't know how best to apply eyeshadow anymore. Maybe I should do a video on this. I'll just go real quick and maybe I will do a full video on this. So it's really going to be preference and it's obviously going to depend on what you're doing. If you are having a difficult time with blending, then a sticky base for your eyeshadow is going to only contribute to patchiness, okay? Making your base smoother, so setting a certain area with powder is going to help with your blending. If that's a problem that you've been having. A sticky base is great because it really like grips onto the eyeshadow. So like a lot of people will, like for instance, one of my favorite techniques is to apply eyeshadow like eyeshadow primer all over my eyes, and then I'll set like just the outer area with powder so that that area is easier to blend. But the lid, either I'll go back in with a little bit more of the eyeshadow primer or I'll just you know, omit powder from that area so that it's more grippy, so that if I'm placing down like a foiled shadow or some kind of shimmer or even a matte, it's just like really holding on to that spot. And I'm usually using some kind of a patting motion for that. You also want to keep in mind that if you do apply a powder, it's going to prevent whatever shadow you do put down from being as intense. When you say dark to light versus light to dark, I'm assuming you're saying starting with your dark colors and then working your way into the blending with light, versus starting light and going dark. Again, it's going to be preference. I would say the easiest way to blend, like if you're having a difficult time blending, starting from light and then going to dark, meaning starting with like a light crease color and then building up to dark, is just like a lot better when it comes to blending. Sometimes if you go from dark to light, you can end up making things look really muddy. By buffing like lighter colors on top of darker colors. It's kind of the same concept of like concealing your dark circles with like a light concealer. You want to add like that warmth of a color corrector underneath before you go in with your light color. Otherwise you can get like a gray cast. So putting light on top of dark can sometimes like cause muddiness or like a gray color to happen. But again, it's going to be preference. Like things work for different people. That's just the way it is. Some people just prefer a certain technique over another, because it just seems to work for them. And then as far as buffing color versus stamping color on, typically when you're stamping color, you're trying to build up as much of it as possible. So like usually when you're taking a brush, like for instance, my Sigma E54, stamping it, like pressing it, you're going to be like you're packing on a lot of pigment, versus buffing. Buffing is usually you're using a lighter, you're using like softer bristles, lighter, more fluffy bristles, and you're blending. You're using a lighter hand. It's going to be a lighter application. However, and this is something that I experience quite a bit, sometimes you have just like areas of your skin as you get older or just like as things change that just like won't hold on to pigment. And when you buff, you can end up getting patchiness even if you are setting with a powder or something. In that case, you can still use a brush like this, but rather than buffing, you can pat gently. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that that you enjoyed this tutorial, and also that little like question answer helped in some way. Let me know if you want to see specifically a video about those techniques like broken down. I can totally do that for you. I'm obsessed with this. Let me know if you recreate this. Obviously, like I don't even know when this music video came out. It was like a year ago? Was it longer than that? I don't know. This is old, but somebody requested it and I'm glad that you did. Thank you to you, because I love it. Love it. All right, guys, if you enjoyed, subscribe, comment, like, sign up for notifications, whatever. Oh, dude, I mentioned a little while ago doing members only live streams. I'm thinking about, I don't know if you guys saw this, but YouTube has now made it so that you can live stream from your phone more easily. So I'm thinking about just doing regular, regular live streams on YouTube, just casual shit. But also obviously like sitting down and doing makeup and stuff like that too. But is that something that you would be interested in? Let me know, because we can do that. Yeah, that's all. I'm gonna go now. Farewell.